Well, maybe not here. I might actually have to take this home because the technology that I have is like really limited. Why is this blurry? Hold on. There we go. All right, you can start whenever.
Hello, guys, and welcome to the North Carolina General Assembly. Um, we decided to do something a little different this year and actually have a video blog talking about particular issues. And this particular issue that we're going to talk about today is on health care and unemployment insurance. Um, we came to session, and I was very optimistic that we would have a good session in the General Assembly that's not too overreaching, even though the Democrats are an extreme minority. Unfortunately, the first two major bills of the session I consider to be very detrimental to the working poor, the working class, and the middle class. The unemployment bill has basically taken away benefits for people that have unemployment benefits, and come July 1st, and permanently reduced the weeks from 25 weeks to 12 to 15 weeks, and permanently reduced the amount of benefits from the maximum amount to 500 to the maximum amount now being 350. I could see this happening. I know that we owe a lot of money to the feds, and I do think that we have to come up with solutions to be able to do that. However, I do not support solutions that put that burden on the working people versus the employers. And furthermore, we have a 9.4 unemployment rate. And it's not like people are just looking for jobs, and it's not like people are just not looking for jobs. The fact is that there are no jobs, and so as long as we have a 9.4 unemployment rate, the fifth highest in the country, I think it's extremely irresponsible on this body to take the measures that we did, knowing that there's so many families out there suffering, and there's so many families out there that need this assistance so they can be able to provide for their loved ones. So I thought that was extremely disappointing. I did vote against that bill, and I did so proudly. The most detrimental bill I think that I've ever seen in my life is the health care bill, where we in this body have decided not to expand Medicare, which is the provisions of the Affordable Health Care Act signed in law by the President Obama. Also, the Supreme Court upheld its legality and said that it's absolutely constitutional for us to do that. Now, the bigger problem, we have a bigger question. You know, I can understand the argument whether you like it or whether you don't like it, and I can understand how we're going to pay for it and those things like that. But the biggest disappointment I had with this body is that we simply refuse to govern. If you simply say, it's very easy to say I don't like something. It's very easy to say no. It's very easy to get up and talk about all the problems of a bill. But what we are elected to do is to come up with solutions and to come up with things that will actually make things better. And we did not do that. Now, I, for one, have introduced the North Carolina State Health Care Plan that is a single-payer system where we cover everybody, because I believe that health care is a basic human right and that it should not be taken for granted for anybody. Health care is not for the privileged or those who work or for those who can afford it. Health care, I believe, is a basic human right, and that's why I support a single-payer plan. And I also support it because it's a nonprofit single-payer plan, and I feel like strongly that as long as you have profit tied to health care, you'll never be able to deal with cost, and healthcare will always be driven by profit and not by people being healthy. But the bigger problem that we have in this House, in the General Assembly, is that the Republican Party has decided that they do not want to expand Medicare to 500,000 people who are eligible for Medicare. This proposal is a big problem for businesses. There was 23,000 jobs that could have been created by us expanding Medicare, and we decided not to do that. And the biggest disappointment I have is that they have no plan. They have no plan, a backup plan. And like I said, a 2-year-old can say no. But it takes leadership, and it takes working with with everybody all the members of this body to work on a plan that would be right for North Carolina. We have abdicated the responsibility back to the federal government. And so the federal government will now come in and make an exchange program for us since we could not figure out a way to do it ourselves. And furthermore, this adds to the national debt because the federal government are going to have to pay for what North Carolina is failing to do. So all of this has been a very bad deal for the people of North Carolina. I have been extremely disappointed in the way we started out this session. But I am very hopeful that through your story, that you can write your legislators and write write the speaker and the Senate Pro Tem and other legislators in Guilford County to let them know how you feel about these issues, to let them know how important it is to you, and that we make sure that we take care of those who can't take care of themselves, that we make sure that we provide in North Carolina and have a stable workplace and a place where people want to come and do business and play and work with us. We are losing them. Like I said, we are the 5th highest in unemployment, and that's not good for anybody. And so I would like to see, instead of seeing a 72-page bill that guts unemployment, I would like to see a 72-page bill that creates jobs. Instead of seeing a health care plan dismantled, I would like to see a plan that makes sure that everyone's covered, and that we do it in an affordable way, and that we do it in a way that everybody has dignity and respect. And so I, as your representative, will be fighting for these things among others, and I look forward to many more conversations with you. This is one of our first of many video blogs, but today I wanted to let you know of the things in the first 2 weeks of this General Assembly that has taken place, and that I'm very disappointed in those in the progress. And we're doing all we can as Democrats. We're an extreme minority, and we are working as hard as we can as the opposition party. But as you know, the real power is within the GOP. But the power has been and always will be with the people. And as long as you make your voices heard and tell your stories, I do believe that there can be change. So I offer that to you, and if there's anything ever I can do for you, please do not hesitate to give me a call, and please don't forget to visit our website at www.marcusbrandon.com. Thank you.